Kia ora, bros and girls. Welcome back to the channel. We're back with Chapter 2, Map 1 of the Uncollected event quest for today, for this month, April. Um, and so I've changed my team a little bit. I've brought in Scarlet Witch and I brought in Dr. Voodoo. I'm going to need those cosmics after scouting this map. So we got a plain vanilla, we got an Optimus path, we have Extinction Protocol. That looks pretty nasty. Okay, let's not do that one first. And then we have Pill for Regeneration. And yeah, we have a Hela boss. So that's kind of why I brought my mystics. I find Scarlet Witch is just an absolute beast, and I really like Doctor Voodoo. He's very efficient. So I probably will go the plain vanilla path, because once you start getting into chapter 2 and chapter 3, the bosses can be quite tricky. So I'm gonna try to just go easy until we get to the boss and then figure out the boss, right? Because we can always come back and ramp it up. So start off with Iceman versus Daredevil. This will be a quick fight. He's not an Avenger, so I can't get a charge off him with Corvus. So I'm not really too fast. And Iceman, he does a lot of damage really quick as well. I like him. He used to be my main guy for a while. Before I popped Corvus, Iceman actually does a fair amount of damage, and yeah, I was at one point in time I was really keen to R5 him because he is very useful with the triple immunity and the cold snap and the damage over time, and the fact that cold snap doesn't count as a debuff. Uh, but then I popped Corvus and Aegon, and also I think there's been a lot of design to counteract Iceman. So for a while there was almost like nobody that was cold snap immune until Mephisto came along, and Mephisto was like their first real Iceman counter. But lately, there's been a lot. There's been a lot that can play around the cold snap. So yeah, I'm not sure. He's kind of like losing his effectiveness, because now Human Torch as well. I mean, he's cold snap immune. Sabretooth is cold snap immune. Corvus is cold snap immune. So there's a lot of matchups now where your cold snap doesn't really help you out, and both your SP1 and your SP3 are basically cold snaps, right? So kind of it limits him when you're facing off against someone who doesn't have that. I probably shouldn't have put Corvus into this fight with Minister Sinister. I know it's not Minister Sinister, but that's what I like to call him. Probably shouldn't have brought Corvus into this fight, but I kind of wanted the charge anyway. Um, and yeah, it's this guy's really annoying, man. Like he's such an anti Corvus, anti Starkey. It's just like a long, arduous fight. The good thing though is like on the second round, once I get to SP2, I'll do enough damage to ruin him before he regens to 70%. But it's just such a long fight because you're only doing really 30% of the damage you normally would. So yeah, sorry about this. The other thing I'm thinking as well is, like I'm still I'm still really sparing with my resources. Like I still don't really want to R5 anyone unless I really have to or I really have a use for them to R5 them. So Aegon obviously, because I mean I'm never gonna get him in 6-star duped. Even if I do get him in 6-star, he's not going to be duped. So I think he's definitely going to be an R. My labyrinth of my labyrinth of legends candidate, especially when I can pop him up and awaken him and keep that combo streak going. I think, so I think that I'm never going to regret R5ing him because I'm going to need him. But some of the others, like Corvus, I might pop him in a 6 star, and I might wanna R5 him, and he's not awakened, so I'm kind of like I'm in two minds about taking him up. If I got Domino in 5 star, I mean it's the same kind of thing. It's like, do I invest it in the 6 star? Do I invest it in the 5 star? I you know, or do I invest it in the 5 star? Sorry, or do I wait for the 6 star? Um, but there are some people that I probably would R5. Like Magic. I'm seriously considering R5ing her. Probably would be the same with Blade. If I got a duped Blade, I would probably seriously consider R5ing him, because the ability to get him in 6 star and then duped is so low, and he's so useful for for so much content based on his dupe ability that I probably would R5 him. Archangel is another one that I probably would R5 if I got him duped and had the resources, because I think it's going to be a long time before you can get a duped 6 star Archangel, if you can even get a 6 star Archangel. I don't think you can at the moment. Um, so yeah, I'm still on the fence. I would still prefer to take a 6 star Corvus or a 6 star Domino to R2 than to R5 most of my roster, right? But there's going to be a few exceptions. So yeah, let's go back to taking care of this Juggernaut, and seeing what the boss is. I don't know, man. Like, what do you guys think? What are your thoughts? Would you prefer to R5 some of your current roster, or would you wait? Would you hold and R to a 6 star? What's your thoughts? If you're leaning one way or another, maybe pop a comment below and just let me know. Like, what would you do, and why? Like, why would you lean one way or another? Because yeah, we have these debates like in our alliance all the time, and just with friends and stuff, and a lot of it's like, well, there's so much benefit from R5ing people still, um, but it's kind of, yeah, like how long game are you considering? What's long game for you? Is it the next season? Is it the next 3 months? Is it the next year? So yeah. So now we get to the boss. We get to the tricky part. And it's a Hela, which doesn't seem so bad. And she's got Enhanced Fury. She's got Mystic Ward, so we can't nullify it. 95%, so 5% chance to nullify. She starts with an Unstoppable for 5 seconds. Her spirits reduce, and she's got Rage. So that's going to be really annoying, because it's going to mean this is going to be a super long fight. So I'll bring Dr. Voodoo. Not so much because I can poison her with Spirit Venom, because of course Hela is poison immune, but mainly because I might be able to just dispel or nullify that Unstoppable, or I'm thinking I probably can nullify it as it comes up, so she's not so annoying. And so far so good. Of course, I would like a little bit more damage, but I mean, I guess I'm capped at that 2.5%. So this is going to be a bit of a long fight. The good thing I like about rage fights is the fact that once you get to this point, it doesn't really matter about rank. All that matters is that you have a good matchup that can do decent damage over time. So I think Iceman would be quite useful in this fight as well. Oh, she is? She's not immune to poison. Huh, that's interesting. Well, anyway, Dr. Voodoo did pretty well there. I thought she was immune to poison for some reason. I don't know. But if she's not immune to poison, yeah, Dr. Voodoo is great, because you can stack those poison stacks. Because she's gaining Furies, she's gaining Unstoppable. And if you can play around that, that plays around the rage. Iceman's another really, really good option. That's kind of why I brought him, because I can just hit that cold snap, and even if she goes unstoppable, I'll just dance away while the cold snap, takes care of her. Any bleeder as well. Wolverine, Void would be another fantastic option. So there's tons of options here. Anyone who could do a lot of damage over time is going to be really useful. I just found that Voodoo, in my opinion, was going to be one of the best. But definitely Voodoo, Void and Ice would be my other two top options out of my roster. You can use 3 stars, you can use 4 stars, because it's going to take 40 or so hits anyway to take her down. Hopefully that helps you out. If it did, like, subscribe, leave a comment, and leave your thoughts on the whole 5-star versus 6-star conversation below if you want to. Cool. I'll see you guys in the next one. Kakiteano.